Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji, and thanks for tuning into my channel. Now, I'm going to talk about the new moon in Scorpio. But first, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that little red button down there in the corner that says subscribe in order to see the videos and catch them all. And make sure you tune in to my podcast, Soul to Soul Connections with Jeni Ji. You'll be really surprised who I've interviewed and who is coming on already. So let's begin this new moon vibe in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is all about death and rebirth and transformation. It's a huge month in November as it is. In order to catch what's happening on the day-to-day events, you'll have to tune into my weekly Cosmic Vibes video to find out how to utilize that energy and what days to do this and what days not to do that in order for these energies to work with you. Now, this new moons are very powerful because it's all about the new. And these signs, we all get affected in our own way, right? However, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius are going to get affected more during this new moon. They're going to be more sensitive. And I want you guys to really focus back onto the first week of November. What was happening for you then? What was going on? Because you very well, under this new moon, could start to see those results now. You guys had started something or a new job, or all of a sudden a project started, or whatever it was. Let me know what happened the first week of November for you, and where are you now during this new moon? Okay, so this energy brings surprises. This energy talks about taking more risks. You're going to want to see and feel change, rebirth. There's going to be a lot more deaths happening during this new moon as well. November is a really big month where people pass on because of the transformation and rebirth. And especially under a new moon, there's more passings under a new moon, and also with your animals. Your animals are very sensitive. So when you're starting to see those signs with your animals, and of course with anybody else, you're like, I don't know, they didn't look too well, or really pay attention to your intuition. Because if you really have something to say to somebody, maybe it's like, wow, I wanted to apologize, or I wanted to say I'm sorry, or maybe I wanted to resolve that issue, or maybe I don't know, something's telling me I better go see that person, or I better give them a call, see what's going on. Really pay attention to your energy and what you're sensing and feeling. Very important. Okay. So the energy is also going to help you take bigger risks. So if you wanted to say, I want to make that move, or maybe I want to call that person, or maybe I want to start this, or maybe I want to start investing in myself and to do this and that, listen to that. Because you're the only person who can invest in yourself. Really think about that. What do you guys really want to change? This energy will work with you. Your lives have really shifted forward in such a big way. Really look back on these past few months. Like, we're already getting closer to the end of the year. Like, my gosh, this year has gone by so quickly. Time's really starting to speed up even more so. And take a look back at where you were even the first week of January. What were you guys wanting to change? What were you guys wanting to do? People are like New Year's resolutions. Where was I then? What have I really worked through since then? What have I changed? All of that. So for those of you who are like, geez, I really wanted to do this and change that, but don't worry, don't worry. We all have that opportunity to make changes every day, to start doing this, start making changes on that. We're all human, and you have to work in the rhythm of what works for you in your own pace. No one has that right to judge you no matter what. Okay? So take this time for you. Now, we also have Mars and Scorpio this month, which represents wars. We all have seen how the world is expanding with a bunch of bloody greed and power from our so-called leaders when there are no leaders at all. So don't get me going on that, right? However, with the war energy, that's the conflicts within our soul. Who are you having conflicts with? You know how I just said, I got to reach out to that person and apologize. I have to, maybe resolve this issue. You guys have been having these dreams about certain of your fears or people from your past who you're like, I really want to resolve that issue with that person. I really want to say what I wanted to say. Now is the time. This is when it's like that energy will help you really work forward and learn to take those risks. Some people can feel like, I know, but I'm scared. I understand that. I understand that. Start writing your fears down. Like if you're like, you know what, I'd really like to do that. Write it down on paper. Write down why you're so scared with that, right? Like these signs like Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, you're going to have your lucky breaks this month, right? Even around the new moon, right now, maybe buy a lottery ticket, right? Maybe purchase this or make the change with that. And you're really, really, really going to see where you are and what happened. Okay. Now, during this new moon, our body gets a lot more sensitive, even with our animals and such like that. So you're going to find that your genitals, anus, prostate are going to be more sensitive. So really go gentle on yourself, and even your animals, they get affected, same areas as well. And you're going to find that you're going to want to be around more authentic people. All of a sudden, you're going to be like, gosh, I used to really be into this person or into that or that, but I don't know. I'm just stepping away now. I'm going to start unfollowing this person, or I'm just not going to interact as much as well. Because Scorpio also represents manipulation, deceitfulness. So this is when you're going to be like, I don't want to be around this person. All they're doing is manipulating me. I can finally see that now. They've been trying to control me. They've been just not sharing that truth with me. I got to walk away. I got to start saying no. I got to make those changes for me, because this month you're going to be setting your boundaries even around this new moon, even more so. You're going to be like, no, that's not okay with how you treated me. No, that's not okay. You can't make me do this. All of that. Really pay attention. This is why you're going to be resetting what is out of balance, right? We all get these different days when we're like, gosh, this isn't working for me anymore. Like, write it down. Write it down. You might be like, how am I going to resolve this? How am I going to fix this? How am I going to stop this? Write it down. Okay. You can always book a reading with me. I can give you my insights into what I'm seeing for you and how to utilize that. Who's being deceptive, who's not. I'm just saying, right? So we also have that energy with making and planning for Thanksgiving for my friends in the US. Thanksgiving in time, I've had people say, I don't want to get together for my family. I don't want to get together as friends. You got to do what's right for you, right? Maybe you're the one who every year you got to put on that big Thanksgiving, let's say, and you're going to be like, you know what? I've had enough. I don't want to do that. Then why are you? Maybe go out for dinner. Maybe dinner can be at somebody else's place. Learn to say no. Learn to say no. Really listen within what you're being shown. You could be more, I just want to work on my project. I just want to, maybe take the day for me. I just. Listen to those. I just. Start writing down what you want to do. Start writing down, I know, but this, don't go there. I know, Jeni, but don't go there. Just don't go there. This is a time for you. This energy with Scorpio, it's very transforming. You really could transform in quantum leaps if you really start to set boundaries. It's a balance and such like that. We all have, like family or friends and responsibilities, of course. Absolutely. It's all about the balance. Balance out. Take blocks of times during your day for you to work on your projects, for you to take that time for you. Maybe you just want to go for a nap. Maybe you're like, geez, I just wanted to go shopping and I don't want to be bringing all of these people with me or that person. Why are you? Learn to say no. No. Well, geez, Jeni, I haven't seen this person for a while and all of these things, and all of a sudden they message me, but they really hurt me or betrayed me, and now they're opening up. Be open for forgiveness. You don't have to agree to see that person. You don't have to, to agree to hang out with that person or whatever it is. But it's always important just to, be polite. Just say, you know what, I'm actually really busy during that time right now, or, I'm just not feeling up to it. Like whatever it is, always show compassion, especially when somebody wants to apologize to you for whatever. Maybe that person hasn't really, been in the right mind for whatever reason. And now they're like, wow, I can't believe I actually treated this person like this, or I actually did that to that person. And all of a sudden, now I want to apologize to that person. I've had people come up to me, geez, Jeni, I'm really sorry for this and this and that. And I'm like, of course, I understand. It doesn't mean I'm welcoming them back into my life at all. When we let go of the wrong people, the right people appear. So really pay attention to that. When you're truly ready to let go and really pay attention to who's around you, who is supporting you in a positive way, who is there for you. So there's certain people that don't want to see you move forward. It's really important to stay around people that inspire you, where you're like, you know what? That person, I'm really drawn to them. I'm really liking what they're doing and how they're really helping me transform and in a positive way. Because there's certain people that are going to pull you back. They're going to be like, no, 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 we don't want you to move on with that and succeed, because then you're going to be better than this. That's just absolutely unbelievable. Ask yourself, why are you around that type of energy? It's time to let go of the old and embrace the new. This transformation energy is huge. That's why it's like expect the unexpected right now with this new moon in Scorpio. It can bring you a lot of peace. It can bring you a lot of resolution. Make sure you put your crystals outside so they can get rejuvenated as well, as I call, right? I love my crystals. Put them on the window ledge or your balcony or outdoors, or even on your window seal where the moon energy is coming down, right? So you're even going to be finding, you know what? I'm going to be a lot more adventurous right now. Really pay attention to what you're being shown, you guys, because this new moon, it's very transformational, as I keep saying. There's a lot of war energy right now going on. That's going to expand and expand. I was going to say something, but I'm not. It really wants to come out, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. But you never know. It might come out, right? So you know how I am. For those of you who know me, you know how I am, right? So just make sure that you're doing what feels right for you always. Right? You can't worry what other people say. We all have goals and we all have dreams, no matter what it is, right? And when you take those steps to work towards things, yeah, but Jeni, I'm not seeing the results. It takes time to build a foundation. It takes time. Even myself, I normally work about 14-hour days every single day for quite some time, for a couple of years now. Right. And I get days where, wow, I'm working really hard to do this, this, and that, and I'm not really seeing much. And it's like, surrender that. We all have our own timing when things come into place at the right timing, right? It's very, very important, because the highest form of grace is silence, surrender, what is best for your highest self and your highest good. Have that faith, hold that positivity, surround yourself with people who support you in a positive way, and let go of the others who don't. Don't worry about who likes you and who doesn't. That has nothing to do with you. Maybe those are the wrong people for you to be around. Maybe God's pulling you towards who you're supposed to surround yourself with, because when you do, new doors are going to open for you. New opportunities are going to open up for you. You're going to start connecting with the right people in your vibrational frequency within your soul comes out. And then you're going to meet these new people, and it doesn't matter who they are. And you're going to be like, wow, I really connect with you. I really connect with the work that you're doing. I really connect with your soul. Absolutely. That's your soul tribe. That's the vibe for you. So pay attention, you guys. So let's pull a couple of cards to see what the collective has to say for us. And I don't use cards whenever people book a reading with me, because I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, past life akashic record reader, animal communicator, relationship coach, and so on. So I will read into your level of consciousness to see where you're at and expand it and give you all my insights. However, because we're doing this video, and I say we because I hear messages 24/7 from the spirit world. Oh my goodness, you have no idea. And I just say spirit. It's just easier for me to say that. Unless it's a one-on-one with me and you, then I start hearing other messages from certain of your guides or people that have passed on. That's a different story, right? So before you guys utilize any cards, make sure you knock them 3 times on wood to clear your energy or whoever else has used the cards last time, right? So I've cleared my decks before. So let's ask, what is the energy and the message for this new moon in Scorpio from the universal flow of source? What's the energy and the message from right away? Okay. Wow. Now this is very interesting. Oh, they're all interesting, right? There are no coincidences. Now, the energy that fell down, the card that fell down, is called the Sword of Light. Oh, by the way, speaking of swords, I do have a sword that says McLeod on it. It's 44 inches long. It's a real sword. I'm selling it. I'm starting to downsize and give things away and sell things right now myself. So if anybody is looking for a sword, let me know. So now the Sword of Light represents divine protection. We're all protected. Cords cut. Now, cutting cords of the wrong people, negative people, toxic people, negative energies. Why are we going to do that? Because we're bringing in the right people by letting go of the wrong people. Breakthrough energy. This is what happens. We're breaking through. We're transforming. We're utilizing this new moon in Scorpio for our rebirth, for our death, for that rebirth, to transform. We're going to be taking more risks on ourselves. We're going to be surrounding ourselves with positive energy, positive people, and letting go of others who no longer serve what's best for our highest self and our highest purpose. There's your confirmation. Wow. What an amazing card, right? Wow. Wowzers. So let's pull another card here, you guys. Let's talk to our animals. Now, I get messages all the time. I'm also an animal communicator. So it's very sacred for me, very, very sacred. Even when I was spreading my dad's ashes in October, all these birds started surrounding me. And I'm like, oh my goodness sakes. Like, I have so many photos. So many photos. So, and the seagull, I always remember the seagull, a couple of days after, he's like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? That was my spot. I'm like, sorry. Right. So anyways, what's the message from our animal kingdom for this new moon in Scorpio, November 13th? So your sleep's going to be off, you guys, of course, too, whenever there's a lot of energy that's strong, new moons, full moons, certain times, solar flares. We can have those sleepless nights, but really pay attention to your dreams, You know, even I had a dream myself the other night, and I'm like, you know what? That's right. I got to get a hold of this person and talk to them, right? So that's one of the things I have on the table to do today. So, what is our message from the animal kingdom for this new moon in Scorpio? Right away. Wow. The card that came out is courage. Courage. Ask for what you want. Take those risks, as I said. This new moon is about taking risks, believing in yourself, utilizing this energy. You're the only person who can make that decision. You're the only person that has control over your decisions. Even with the so-called bullshit from the government and the so-called leaders of the world, you still got to do what's best for you, right? They want to hold you by the throat and choke you and hold you back. Enough of that crap. Follow your footprints, have the courage to stand out for righteousness. Don't get me started. I'm just saying, utilize the energy of courage. Walk your walk that resonates with you. Very important. Very important. So, you know what's best for you. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. Do what feels right for you. Set boundaries. I'm telling you. But show compassion and kindness. Let's ask the universe. Right away, this card fell out, but I didn't feel it. So what's the energy for the new moon from the 13th for the 13th of November for the new moon in Scorpio? It's the message from the universe. Surgery is not recommended, by the way. But I mean, of course, if you have to have surgery, you have to have surgery. What is the message for the new moon on the 13th of November for the Scorpio? It's a message for the new moon. Message from our spirit world. Message from our spirit world. Message from our spirit world. Now, this card has a moon on it. Not all, this deck that I'm using here, not all the cards have the moon on it. Reflect your authenticity. Always be authentic. Why would you be somebody who you're not? And this is where this new moon, you're going to be like, you know what? I'm no longer into this person. I don't feel they're authentic. I'm just not connecting with them. I'm tired of being around fake people. I want only authenticity. Absolutely. This is part of expect the unexpected, all of those kinds of things. Your core truths are in the depths of your being. Now, look at this card. There's the moon, right? Like, oh my goodness. And water also represents your emotions. New moons bring in emotions. It might be a day where you're letting go and healing and crying, or just taking time and space out for yourself. You can be like, you know what? I just want a day for me to reflect and just peace and quiet time. Do what resonates best with you. See how she's kind of laying back on the rocks and she's just like taking it all in and, you know, hearing the messages that are coming through. I mean, normally with myself on new moons and certain energy times, I take time out for me because I get a lot of messages coming through from spirit. And I'm like, okay, you know, I chant every day. I meditate every day. So I get a lot of messages coming in 24/7, even about certain other people, right? And I'm like, I'm not going to reach out to that person and send them a message. You know, if they want to connect with me, they can book a reading with me and so on, right? But I hear a lot of different messages and I send out, especially if I'm feeling that somebody is going through a lot, I will purposely send out a lot of healing energy to that person and ask the angels and so on and their ancestors to come through with that to that person and help them see clarity and get balance and all of that. Of course, our world has gone through enough. Humanity has gone through enough. And it's time that we start supporting each other in a positive way, right? So, wow, what an amazing card for us to have here. So let's talk to the land of the crystals. Now, make sure you leave your crystals out, get rejuvenized. you know, and even you can cleanse your crystal by putting them in a glass of lukewarm water, some salt, put them in there, shuffle it all up, let it sit there for a bit to cleanse that energy, right? Or put them outside, let the moon energy rejuvenate them, as I call it. So you're going to be letting go of a lot of different people, as I kept saying, especially people who've been manipulating you or trying to control you. So life's a journey. I can help you cut those cords. What is the message from the crystals for the new moon in Scorpio, November 13th? Message for the new moon, Scorpio. Okay, now this card snuck its way out. Highlight. Shift your money mindset. Absolutely. Be open to prosperity and abundance. Now, if you're the one who's always giving and giving and giving, you are blocking prosperity and abundance to come to you because you're not open to receive. I mean, I have a big heart. I do a lot of different things, offer a lot of different services for free and so on and so on and so on. Myself, I have a big heart. However, it's time to take that step back and balance, right? So we all have to balance things out in life, because if not, people will take you for granted. They'll utilize all of your energy, which is going to drain you, right? So again, a month for setting boundaries. And if you're living in that fear modality of, oh my God, am I going to have enough for this and this and this and this and that? Or oh my God, all of those fears, you're going to block prosperity to come to you. And prosperity can be in any forms. It's not all about getting that money or whatever it is. Prosperity can come from the littlest things. The littlest things. I mean, I'm so grateful for the smallest things. The smallest things. I'm even grateful to be able to share these videos with you. I'm grateful for all of my subscribers. I'm grateful for all of my clients. I'm so grateful for having a roof to you know, like, cover me in the rain and the storms and so on and so on. The smallest little things I'm so grateful for. Don't take things for granted. Don't take people for granted. Reach out to that person. Share your heart with that person. Show compassion. I can't say that enough, especially with the world. If these so-called leaders really cared about humanity and lived in the modality of unconditional love, there would be no wars. There would be none. They're only out there in their ego to see whose pee-pee is bigger than the others. Mine's bigger than yours. There's the bomb. There's this. There's that. I'm going to do this. All of that. See, don't get me started. Right? So anyways, let me know what's going on for you guys. Let me know what you've said no to. Let me know what's happened to you. Where are you now compared to what was happening the first week of November? Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to my podcast, Soul to Soul Connections with Jeni Ji. I've interviewed amazing people, extraordinary people. And if you feel you have a certain story you want to share, you never know, I might just interview you. Let me know. So let's live in the highest frequency of love right now. Let's be grounded, show compassion and kindness. So namaste, everyone. I'm wishing you all a beautiful new moon.